So, how do you know if it's intuition or fear? Welcome to this moment. My name is Mena Tejero. I am the founder and CEO of the Florrest Boutique Retreat Center. And today I am with
Jessica Calderon. I am a shamanic Reiki master and spiritual mentor, intuitive channel, and I have the business The J Way. And I am so happy to be here with you, Mena, and chatting and connecting.
and playing. I'm so excited about this topic, right? In the midst of world and energy and chaos, how can we trust what's going on? But more importantly, how can we trust ourselves, right? And the knowing ourselves and finding refuge within, right? How can I trust? Is this something that's true for me, or is it a feeling of fear? So how can we even approach this? Like, I know this is your area of expertise.
Yes, thank you so much. It is one of the biggest questions I get all the time. And really, what it's about is connection with our body first and foremost. I have some people that come to me that want to work with me to enhance their intuition, but they're already disconnected from their body. So, body wisdom is actually kind of like the gateway into a deeper sense of understanding your intuition. When it is fear or when it is a limiting belief, a story, a pattern that's playing out in the body, right? So we may know something and say, oh no, I know that I want to do that, or this feels right from a logical standpoint, or I got this vision and I know that this is the right path. But my body, is it responding in the same way? Or is the body shutting down? Is the body disconnecting or acting out of fear? That is a story from an old past experience. So that's kind of like the number one thing that I usually will tell people is we have to work on getting you in your body and tuning into the subtle sensations and the feelings that are happening within your body to discern, is this a pattern or is this my intuitive sense coming through? So that is really what I focus on first. Then we maybe move into more of the energetic aspect of our intuition.
So number one, right? Get into body. So our
Mm.
audience is listening. Sometimes like, well, what do you mean get into my body? Like I'm in it. I'm walking in it. So sometimes we don't know what we don't know.
Of course. I
And
love it.
so what does that really mean, getting into our bodies?
So, do we want to go through a little practice?
I'd love that. Yeah, let's start. I'm ready.
Okay. So this is because I want you to feel it, right? I want everyone who's listening and watching to be able to actually experience this versus knowing it in your mind.
Yes.
So we're going to take a moment, feet on the ground or seat on the ground. And I want you to close your eyes. And you can even place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or hands on your thighs, placing your hands well to feel into your body. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. Again, take a nice full breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. One more deep breath in through the nose. Really allow yourself to fill up with air, fill up with life force. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel that you're anchoring into your body, feeling the sensation of your body. Feel that you are arriving here. Maybe you notice a heaviness in your seat or in your feet, any tingling sensations. You're starting to tune into what it feels like to be in your body in this moment. And it doesn't have to feel a particular way. It is unique to you in this moment. And if you'd like to deepen your breath, if that helps you to connect with your body, I want you to feel what it's like to be here in your body. Maybe you feel your heartbeat. Maybe you're feeling subtle sensations, warmth, cool, without giving any meaning to any of these sensations, just allowing yourself to feel them. Some of these sensations may not feel so pleasant, but be a witness. Allow yourself to feel the discomfort. Know that you are safe in this moment.
I can definitely feel that.
Mm,
And I love how you guided that to say, don't judge it, right? Don't make it mean anything. I could feel my feet are cold. I could feel my heartbeat, the tingling in my body, maybe on even on my face, just like a weight
yes.
on my cheeks. And so powerful how in a minute,
And that was right. It was such a quick span of time that we just anchored.
I think they got it. I got it so beautifully. You let it so beautifully and so quick. And it's just a reminder. We get to remind ourselves back in this body, present with it. And yeah, so beautiful. So after we get in our body, what's next?
So now we start to learn these sensations, right? Maybe we had that tingling, that rooting. Like for me, it was my feet. I'm so aware of my feet feeling heavy. But for me, it's like, ooh, I feel the connection to the earth. I can feel my seat, right? I feel an openness through my collarbones. Now, I do have to say that when I first started this experience, I started noticing how disconnected I was. And another question I've gotten before is, well, I'm not really feeling anything. But the lack of feeling or the lack of sensation is exactly that. It is maybe a void, a feeling of numbness, a lack of sensation. I remember jokingly, I was like, is my heart beating? I don't even feel it. Because I was so disconnected from my heart because I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be vulnerable. I didn't want to feel. So it takes a little bit of a process, but you don't know what you can't feel or experience until you get into it, right?
100%.
And so when you start to feel it, you could start to say, okay, now, okay, I don't have sensation here, or I do, and it's unpleasant. What is this story? Now let's invite the story in
What does
and
it want to
see,
say?
right, exactly. What is my body speaking right now? Oh, I'm feeling fear. I don't know why, but I am. But it's not something to try to figure out. This is us connecting with like the feminine essence of us, of all of us, right? We all have the feminine and the masculine within us. So it's about being in the body and allowing the body to express to us instead of us trying to figure it out in the moment. So important for us. And I think that with our society, we get very hung up on, okay, I have this feeling, I want it to go away. How do I make this go away? Or how do I fix myself, right? We're so broken as a society. That's what we think. No, we're not. We're just disconnected from ourselves and we want to find wholeness. We want to integrate back. And when we come back into our body, that's when our intuition heightens. But we can't really skip that step, right?
Mhm.
We need
Yeah,
to get it there. Yeah.
it's so powerful. The way I see it is like this is our kingdom, our queendom, right? It's our land.
Mm,
And we don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's being pillaged, if they're invaders. Like we don't know what's going on in our kingdom. And so it's just getting curious and going navigating to different spaces of our body and saying, what do you need? What's going on here? And in that presence, that's when it changes, when we just listen.
absolutely.
So like, yeah. So I love how you're sharing it. So get into the body, listen to the story without having to project on it, but to be present with it, to integrate it back, instead of
Hmm.
disconnect it, bring it back. So
Yeah.
what's
So then we can now, okay, now we understand more of our sensations, what our body's speaking to us, and we start to learn the language of our body now. Ooh, when something is for me. So now I want to utilize and actually play out and utilize my intuition from a body sensation standpoint. So I'm presented with something now, a yes and no. I can listen in the moment to how my body is expressing to this situation or circumstance. And I'll know, oh, I got those chills, or oh, my belly expanded. That's my yes. Or, ooh, I leaned in, my body leaned in. That's my yes, right? We all are going to have different ways. So, my way of yes and no could be completely different than yours. That's why it's important to feel in and trust ourselves in that way. Then we can pause, notice, feel, and decide, ooh, this is a yes for me. Or, oh, I feel contraction. Something doesn't feel right. That's a no for me, right? And then we practice this more and more. Now we're building self-trust. We're
This reminds
building
me,
self-love.
I started doing this process of yes or no with food.
Mm,
I would ask my body if it wanted something or not. And
I
you've
love
heard of
that.
muscle testing,
Yes.
where you're like trying to pull through your finger, and it's like, if my name's Mena, I'm really strong.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Sylvia. And I've held the same intensity, but now the body's responding. It's just getting weaker when it's not in truth. And so
Yes.
I was like, okay, I can't go around eating at restaurants and test my body wants something or not. And so what I decided was like, okay, let me train my body. The belly area is a yes, the back is a no.
I love it.
And
I
so,
love that you did that and you
yes.
took authority of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the face is like, I don't care. The body's saying, I don't care. You decide, right? Now, like we could do this now. Do you want to try this?
Sure.
So imagine, okay, so let's have two options, two fruits, for example. Let's imagine on your left you have an apple, on your right you have a banana, right? The audience is following us too, so you can close your eyes
Mm-hmm.
and you visualize first just being present with an apple, and just imagine you're merging with the apple. You're becoming one, as if it's like pixelated and you're pixelated, and now the images are coming together. And how does that make your body feel? And you ask your body, tell me, make a sensation in the front if you want it, if it's going to feel good for you, and no in your back, and sensation in your head if it's indifferent. And just let that happen. Are you getting an answer?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting a yes. My belly's pulling towards it. So
Okay.
I'm feeling the yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mine's indifferent. Mine was like, yeah, like you decide. Like, I don't,
Ah,
I'm
ah.
hungry right now. And so it's just like, it's fine. You decide.
Yeah. But I love that too, because it's like you become the energy pendulum. You become the tool,
Yeah.
right?
So let's try with the banana.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So let's reset, establish, just imagine you just have a quick waterfall of water just fall through your body. We're resetting and now connecting to the banana on the right. Imagining it's pixelating, you're pixelating, and now the images are coming together. And just how is your body responding? If we've just defined this map of in the front belly is a yes, the back is no, the face, the head is indifferent. Just be present with your body. And I'm getting a yes for the banana.
Mm.
What's
It's funny. I went into the indifference. Like I
okay?
just am like, okay, cool. There's a banana there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so I thought I'd share it when you share that yes and no. So I started with my intuition by practicing with food.
Mm. I love that though. I mean, for me, my intuition was definitely through the energetics first. Like, so I'll actually say, like, I've always been very intuitive, clairvoyant.
Mhm. Mhm.
My clairsentience, I did not know that it was a big thing for me until Reiki, till I got attuned to Reiki. When I was attuned to Reiki, the floodgates opened up for me and my clairvoyance even enhanced, and my clairsentience started to like really tune in the feeling right?
Okay,
Because
these are beautiful words like
yes.
clairvoyance, sentience. So these are clarity in voice, seeing
Mm-hmm.
and feeling,
Yep.
right? And there are many clairs. So can you mention a few more?
The
We can.
four that kind of I focus on, the
Mhm.
claircognizance is the knowing. You just have this knowing, this feeling within yourself, you know,
Yeah.
without knowing why, right? Then you have the clairsentience, which we just said, you have this clear feeling sense.
Mhm.
And it's usually a sensation, right? You walk into a room and you're like, oh, I like this room, or no, something feels weird, right? So we have that, or you feel other people's emotions really strong. Then you have clairvoyance, which is clear seeing in your third eye. You have visions, you're probably a big dreamer, stuff like that. And then you have your clairaudience, which is hearing, clear hearing. And that is you're either hearing internally or you're very aware of the synchronicities outside of yourself of hearing words or phrases of things that are bringing you closer in alignment to something that you already know about.
Okay, so I just heard you that with Reiki, this activates, right? So if we
Yes.
get into the body, then we're present to listen to the story and then become familiar with sensations that mean yes or no to us, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
this will happen through hearing, seeing, sensing, knowing, right?
Hmm.
And so tell me more about this. How did you come into Reiki and how did you expand your capacity to feel all this?
Yes. So I came about Reiki just as the teacher presented itself, right? Then I was like, okay. I was, I always tell the story of like, first I was doing yoga, nutrition, and I kind of naturally fell into more of the subtle body, which is, Reiki is part of that as well, the chakra system, the energy system of us, right? And so I kind of went in that direction and everything prior to my yoga journey, let's say, I was very skeptical of all of this energetic stuff, even like intuition, all of it. I was just not really having it until I experienced it, right? And then my gateway opened up.
Right. So many in the audience are like, I don't know about this.
Yes.
Right. So what was it that helped you walk through that door of being skeptical? And just was it curiosity? Like, what was it? What experience did you have that allowed you to break through that limiting thought that kept you away from experiencing more?
Yes. So really it was the curiosity. Like I could say that I was finally open. It was all the yoga, the breath work, the meditation that I was doing that allowed me to open up space for new possibilities, new ways of doing things, new perspectives to actually land for me. And so when it was presented, oh, here's a Reiki master, I kind of had that curiosity and I leaned in and I knew I was drawn to this one person and I said, I'm going for it. So I went for it.
As you were sharing that, I visualized soil, like a desert soil that is
Mm,
so hard and compact, right? It can't receive. It's not ready for it. So when you're doing the yoga, the breath work, nutrition, it's as if, you had been working on the soil and softening
yeah,
it so that you could plant the seed for this deeper work,
I
and
love that visual. Yes, absolutely. Because, that is the truth. We're only open enough to receive where we're able to, take in. And I think that priming and prepping of my body work, right? Even like connecting with my body through yoga, right? And understanding that and then realizing, wait, is my heart beating and all the things that I'm starting to realize, and it was really interesting. So as I went through the journey, I started, opening myself up to Reiki, the subtle body, and then from there into shamanism. And it really just keeps opening for me. And of course, everything that I've experienced, I am a teacher by nature. I love to share. I love to, help others and guide others to find their best version of themselves through different tools, but not in the same way necessarily that I do.
that's
But it
beautiful.
is it is a progression.
Yeah, and that helps everybody, right? To know that, because I remember being frustrated maybe like 14, 15 years ago when I would see a teacher and they had these skills and I'm like, when am I going to be able to do?
Mm,
And so it really helps to know that each one of us has different gifts. Different,
yes.
like somebody can see auras, somebody can, perceive something, guide, like all these different clairs, they're going to be opening and popping to different degrees. And so I think it's really helpful to, learn that yes in your heart and follow that teacher, right?
Yeah,
You had that yes for your,
absolutely.
I had my yes for my teacher, Lorraine Mayer, in 2011 or 2012. I started with my Reiki
Okay.
training.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Okay.
I finished my Reiki master in 2015. And what I remember spending hours in the hot tub just with my hands and just filling my heart with love and feeling all the Reiki codes coming through me and just holding space, through the different chakras
Yes.
and loving myself. And so that's how it starts, right? You're the one teaching it right now. So tell me more about this. How are you doing this?
So, and I love like Reiki is spiritually guided light force energy. So it's such a beautiful thread of energy that actually is intelligent and it works with you as opposed to you having to try to control it. Like you can set an intention, but it is so intelligent that it knows exactly where to go in your body. And I love that. So there's a big surrendered experiment, I guess, if you want to say, when you first become attuned and you first start working with this particular energy. But this was the one that drew me. And when I was attuned, like I think I mentioned before, the floodgates opened, my clairvoyance was like, opening up even more. Um, it was a little overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie, but it was really beautiful. That and then like the clairsentience and like learning about feeling and connecting, which was also another beautiful, expressive way to open up. And I think that, you know, I think a lot of us are walking around very sensitive. I mean, majority of the world, but we don't know how to work with it. And we're scared of it. And there's a fear. So we put the wall up or we put the boundary up instead of actually working with it.
Yeah. So what you just mentioned, right? So important, like you're doing Reiki, you're opening up and like, whoa, it's too much, right? So so the beauty of what you do, and I want you to share more, but what I see is like you teach it and then you hold people, right?
Mhm.
You have groups and one-on-ones. And so
Yes.
so tell us more. How could like somebody who's just listening to this and like, yeah, I want it. And how do you overcome that fear because I'm going to be held, right? To know
Yes.
myself more in this. So tell us more. How are you offering and holding space for clients?
So one of the things that I am super excited about is in November 20th to 23rd, I am hosting a Sacred Intuition Shamanic Reiki Immersion Retreat, which is the first of this kind of experience that I'm leading, but it really brings all of my gifts and all of my teachings together. So it's 4 days, an immersion of getting to connect with me and getting to do a bunch of workshops to learn about your intuitive channels, tuning to Reiki and learning what that's about and really how it wants to work through you because again, it's going to be guided through and in a beautiful way. It's going to share your own gifts with yourself. And so I feel like that's going to really open up. We're going to be doing spirit journeys, connecting with the spirit realm, and learning about the energy body, learning about the subtle body, the chakras and the systems and the meridians and all those wonderful things. But the way that I love to teach is not just fire hose of information. I want you to embody it. To me, Reiki is a lifestyle. It's part of the tool that I utilize in my day to day. And really, all of the gifts or all of the tools that I utilize, that's what they are. They're an extension of me in a day to day. And I really want people to learn about that because in this world of, oh, let me just get that certification and just keep going, we get so caught up in our head about everything, but we're not actually embodying and integrating. So the need to go to the next thing is actually our body saying, hey, let's integrate that. But our mind takes over and we just go to the next thing.
So important, right? Because if we're not,
Yeah,
it's not, it doesn't become part of our life. It's just something that goes back on the shelf.
right. And then we get upset about it, like, oh, I didn't learn that, or I
Things are
didn't really,
changing, right?
right.
I learned it well, I
Exactly.
know it, but it's not becoming like a ritual incorporated into your
Yes.
life. Or another word that people love saying, a stacked habit. It's part of your day that you're just bringing along. So that's beautiful. Well, I'm so excited and so delighted that you're hosting the retreat here at the Florist.
Yes.
And I think just it's a divine collaboration because I pray on this land, I activate the nature spirits. And it's a space of sovereignty. So here it's about honoring each soul. And that's what I love about this work. And like I've been exploring the last 15 years energy. And so what I know about coming and going to different groups is that, it can get icky and sticky. And what I love about the work we both do is it's sovereign. It's so respectful of every soul and what they want, right? What they're ready for,
Yes.
what they want to integrate into their life. And so the space you're creating here on the property, it's about an invitation. It's a fabric, a space that is inviting them to shift to the degree that they want, to the degree they're ready for, right? In the way they're choosing. And so I think that becomes um, graceful, and that means they're going to be able to integrate it seamlessly into their life because it's going to be in accordance to their design, their preferences. And that's why that work can be so profound and stick and be transformative and be integrated into their life. So
I
I
love
want to
that.
share, usually I don't see rabbits, two rabbits this morning.
Ooh.
I had seen in the last 5 years only two rabbits on the property, and today I saw two. I don't know if it was the
Ooh.
same one or not, or it's a family of rabbits.
I love it. And rabbits are all about luck and abundance and creativity. And I love that.
Innocence, right? There's like
Yes,
a
yes.
purity
It's
to them.
bringing that childlike innocence and playfulness. But I love it. I love that you shared that. And I do want to share that, like, I'm very much, I need to see the place. And once I see the place, I just know it's like that claircognizance. And also, like, I look at like my spleen energy whispering to me. The when I stepped on your property, I was like, oh yes, this is it. This is the space. This is the intimacy. This is the deep rooted connection, the chakras. Like I felt like I was just walking around going, oh, this is an extension of the energetics that I want to share with my people. And so thank you so much for creating the space and the sacred land. You can feel it.
My pleasure. And that just touches my heart deeply because I'm so here to co-create and weave and collaborate in this, new way of, rising together in this purity and this sovereignty. And so thank you so much for feeling that energy. And so
Yes.
how do you feel about guiding us right now? So as you advance in Reiki, we're able to transmit Reiki, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What do you feel about transmitting to me and to all our audience right now and to whoever
Sure.
wants to receive it, to do a transmission of Reiki? I don't know if you want to guide us to feel it in their heart or whatever you'd like in this moment for people
Um,
to know, is this, working with you? Is it a yes? How are they feeling in their body and their heart about following this path?
okay. I love it. Perfect. All right. So I want you all to, again, come into your body. Maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, always anchoring into the body, always connecting with this present moment, placing your hands wherever you feel drawn to in this moment. Just following the natural breath in and out, allowing your body to breathe you. surrendering and anchoring into your vessel here and now. And just even noticing what you're sensing in this moment. Then I want you to direct your awareness just above your head. And imagine a beautiful white light pulsing and activating just above your head. And this white light is healing and loving energy, spiritually guided energy that's starting to move down into the top of your head, activating your connection to your highest self, your intuition, your source connection. And then feel that energy flowing down into your third eye center, opening up your clarity, opening up your vision to see through the veil of illusion, to see your many truths. And then to feel that energy flow down into your throat center, to activate your voice, to clear away any hesitation, any part of you that feels like your voice is not enough. Feel that energy opening up, cultivating spaciousness for your voice to be heard and to land with your unique frequency. And then feeling this energy flow down into your heart center. And for a moment, feeling a beautiful essence in your heart, in the center of your chest. And as you breathe, that energy pulses and expands and overflows into every cell of your body. This is you opening up and accepting your love and own healing. Feel how your body responds to this overflow of love, of gratitude, of compassion and acceptance. This energy flow down into your solar plexus, just below the rib cage, to a beautiful sun-like energy, a potent, confident, resilient energy of you. Feel empowered within your entire being. Maybe you even notice your posture shifting. Feel this energy flow down into your sacral chakra, just below the navel, the low belly. And imagine this energy opening up your creativity, opening up your emotions, the energy to flow. And feel that energy potent, ready to express through your body, your voice, your being. As that energy continues to flow, you start to anchor down into your root at the base of your spine, connecting with the roots, connecting with the earth element, the foundation to feel safe, secure, stable, and supported, to trust in your own body, your own path, that you are held, and feel this energy grounding you and anchoring you deep into your truth. As you feel this energy flowing up and down the spine, connecting you to your subtle body, to your energy. And to feel this energy, this subtle part of you, enhancing, noticing how you feel in your physical body. As you continue to breathe in and out. From this space, without changing anything, allowing your energy to stay bold and bright and vibrant here. You can then start to deepen your breath. Once again, come back into your body. Bring your awareness back into your seat and this room.
Beautiful. Thank you. This is the fun part. This is where people start sharing what they saw, what they experienced. Everybody has a different, perspective and angle. For me, it was like, you were guiding the energy through the chakras. It was very clear. It was like very focused, very like a strong energy. And when it got to the bottom, it was kind of like an integration. I felt like there was a current integrating all those. And as I'm holding space for people who haven't experienced this before, it's because I'm holding space for everybody too, as like, like guiding in these beautiful souls who are like vulnerable enough to dare to experience this, something new. Like my soul's whispering to me, gratitude, thank you. I receive what serves me and let go of what doesn't. Because yeah, when we experience new sensations in the body, right, it can be scary. It's like, oh my God, this is strong. What is this? And so I've been always a daredevil, and I gotten into so many modalities that I've trained myself like, okay, let me open to receive and stay in my power of thank you. I'm receiving what serves me and releasing what doesn't.
Yes.
And
I
that was
love that.
beautiful. And, I so honor and celebrate the work you do. And I always, that always comes up. So it
Mm,
allows me to have courage to step into any energetic space and stay sovereign in that I'm allowing, thank you, I'm allowing what serves me and let go of what doesn't.
I
And
love
so,
that. And
and
that's also what shows up for us. Like now, for all the people listening too, it's what's coming through. That's part of you creating the container and the space for your intuition to show up. Like, what do you need to know right now? What do you need to embrace right now? What is it that wants to land in this open space now that you've just cultivated?
yeah. And I think when we have that knowing that we're safe no matter what, your truth, you're always sovereign over your fields when you declare it. And so when there's safety, and the beauty is that we both are so honoring of people's that it is already a safe space. And so
Yes.
when there's safety, the body dares to open up more and to open up spaces that have been waiting for so long to open up to, right?
Yes.
And awarenesses and things. And so I'm just like curious. I'm just feeling the space just for the transformation that you just led people
Mm.
through, and just a small little glimpse. Because imagine what it is to be playing with you for 4 days out in
Hmm.
nature, 153 acres with dome wellness amenities. And also, I hear you start before then, right? November 1st.
Yes. Yes. Actually, when you sign up for the retreat, we start integrating and working November 1st. So the retreat, November 20th. So you have 20 days before that we're going to start to bring in this awareness, bring in this work. And I think that that's so powerful because as much as 4 days sounds like such an immersion and beautiful experience, again, integration. So it's actually going to be a little bit before and maybe a little bit after as well to really let things solidify and compound.
Beautiful. And that's so powerful. It's so
Yes.
necessary. You need the softening to trust and open up. You get to do the work. And then after you have, some hand holding, like what's going
Yeah.
on, and some feedback, and just also mental awareness of like what you experience. How is this going to translate into your day, your
Yes.
life, so that you can take it to the next level, be ready for the next opening, and just continue this lifelong of unraveling and opening and
Yes.
healing, through all sensations. Some are more pleasant, some are less pleasant, but
Of
they're
course.
they're all divine, and guide.
Inviting them all.
Yes. Beautiful. So
Yes.
any last thing you'd like to share with us?
Um, yeah, I'm excited about the retreat. I'm excited for more. So I actually, okay, one thing that I do one-on-one work. I have energy sessions, intuitive energy sessions that I work one-on-one with people. I have these group events that I'm leading throughout the year, which I love. They're intimate containers of connection, energy work, breath work, little, you get like a little taste of the bigger picture with me, right? I have mentorship and really allowing ourselves to connect with who we truly are. So I also utilize human design to help your energetic blueprint, right? Your unique energetic blueprint, your gifts, and how to really kind of validate or incorporate more of who you are into your daily life. And I think that that's really important. I love to guide people into what's going to work for you and connect with you. And let's make that happen through your daily life because it's about living in this world, not learning and then forgetting.
I love that. And I love how we're the same design, like
Yes.
projector 3 5. And it was like before we started recording, we were connecting, and like it's so comforting to know like we're living our design. And it's not like, it's like we're less about strategy but more about feeling life and really learning it through our own experience, leading the way that way. And it's just so beautiful that, it's really embodied wisdom the way how we're leading. And it just feels really good to connect and know that. And so I know so many people, when they start to hear about their design, it's just like, oh, okay, like this is how it's meant to be. There's nothing wrong with me. This is how I'm meant
Exactly.
to operate. And so that's so beautiful that you incorporate that into your teachings, your guidings, your clients. And well, I can't wait. I'll be joining you at some upcoming events over the summer, where
Yay.
I'm already marking my
Yes.
calendar. So I'm so looking forward to that. I'm
I'm s-
delighted that you're hosting your retreat here, and all the beautiful souls that you're bringing in and activating. The world is so ready for more magic. I mean, I'm done with the chaos and the drama. Let's put our attention and efforts on activating our magic, and that way we can overflow for everybody. And so it's been a pleasure talking with you, Jessica, today, and everybody that has joined us. So I'm going to be adding right after this all the contact information. If you'd like to share your website and Instagram handle, let us know here, and I'll also add it.
yes, sounds great. So my website is thej-way.com. And my Instagram is Jessica the J Way, all one word.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you to our audience out there. Thank you so much for being with us and allowing yourself to be guided through this beautiful energy that Jessica shared with us today. Sending you so much love and see you soon.
Thank you.